this is going to be the finale for the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Gutter Blades campaign. Apologize everyone could not run longer, but we are where we are. I figured to get it wrapped up at least by putting a nice bow on it before we move on to other things. Before we start, I do want to say thoughts and prayers go out to Rev, who's unable to join us tonight for the completion of the campaign, father in the hospital. So, Rev, if you're watching, hopefully everything's going alright over there. Hope your father's better. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about where we last left off. So you had been contracted by a lady in red who was someone that Lando had known in his past as what was once a target for one of his less than scrupulous missions of assassination. She contracted you for, what was it, Lando? 500 gold pieces? Gold crowns?
Something along those lines. It was a healthy amount, yes.
An exorbitant amount of gold crowns is simply to get her from one place to another. Of course, not so simply. They ended up fighting undead in the woods on the way to Kemperbad, which is one of the first stops, the last real civilized place that they'd be stopping, quote-unquote civilized, as Heinrich has some experience in Kemperbad. And there's also a gang of Talaeans, known as the Belladonna family, who have pretty serious influence when it comes to this town. Where last we were, I believe you were going to a tavern to spend the night. I think was it the Brass Ass? That might have been what it was.
Something like that. Yeah, was the slightly higher class in.
So, you were going to this place, and you all get a night in Kemperbad. Bear with just one moment here. So in this setting, a lot of bars look the same.
Why? It's the standard tavern layout again.
So you all will be spending a night here. Is there anything anyone would like to do while they're in town?
Lando doesn't have anything specifically that he needs to do. His only goal right now is to make sure that the lady is protected and gets to her destination safely as contracted.
Heinrich briefly considered wanting to maybe go out, but he has changed his mind and just wants to not be seen.
And Marguerite.
Marguerite is tired from the fight, so she just goes straight to her room and falls asleep.
Okay. So,
I think we should get in fights more often. If she goes to bed right away, it's worth it.
So as you were all in the tavern, just sort of drinking and relaxing, Heinrich, you see someone who looks a bit familiar to you.
Is she getting bigger like that?
She is. I saw her pop a potion, and all of a sudden she was about 9 feet tall.
An inflatable woman.
Mm-hmm.
My old love. My old love.
Indeed. Ingrid is doing dirty work, essentially. Just peasant things, cleaning tables, refilling tankards, things like that. Looks a bit more upset than the average peasant does in this setting. Not the most pleased-looking woman. Obviously has not noticed you.
But I've had some exchange with her in the past, it sounds like you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Very serious exchanges. Someone who you cared for greatly.
Oh, I thought that was Elsa, not Ingrid.
No.
Alright. Heinrich, do we have a room we're retiring to, or we have to stay in the downstairs?
Well, it's up to Lando. Lando paying for rooms?
You can have a room if you want it, boy.
Boy.
I was gonna say. He's probably almost as old as you are, if not older.
Well, if it's a matter of preference, then I'll take a room.
I see how you're looking at that lass over there. I know why you want a room.
No, you don't. I presume to know what you don't understand. I don't mind sharing the room.
So Lando just is sitting in the corner, back facing the wall, watching the front door and having an ale.
Heinrich just says, I'd appreciate it if you could secure that room sooner rather than later, sir.
Lando reaches inside
and you notice Heinrich has kind of shifted his seat so that his back is to the woman.
And Lando reaches in to his waistcoat area into a pocket, and he pulls out a gold coin.
And as Lando does that, Heinrich kind of quickly gets up to excuse himself if there's a back door to relieve oneself or something like that. Heinrich wants to make sure he is not at the table when Lando makes his move, whatever he's going to do for the room.
And I bring out a gold coin and I flick it over to Heinrich.
Oh shit. I'm a little surprised, but I'll catch the coin, and
you secure your own camera.
I will look around to see who's here. Is Rudiger here?
Yeah, he's here. Hans is actually coming down the stairs.
I'll say to Rudiger, if you can get us a room, I'll share it with you. And I give him the coin and then head out the back door.
He says, okay. And he gets up and walks over and gets the room.
And Heinrich will wait probably a good 10 minutes before coming back in.
During that time, Hans comes down and he pulls a chair out from in front of Lando and sits there, just looking at you, Lando.
Just looking at me?
Yeah, he's just sitting there. It's pretty awkward. He just kind of pulled a chair up and sat down and looked at you.
Do you know me, sir?
That's the big bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how long it's been.
Yeah.
He looks at you and nods. I do, in fact. No, he doesn't say anything. He looks at you and nods.
I couldn't tell in this candlelight. It's you, Hans. Do you need something?
The lady wants to speak with you.
The lady wants to speak with me.
Yes.
Must it be now, or can't it wait until the morning?
She did not say. I suppose it is up to you. He gets up and walks away.
Well, god damn. Very well. And Lando makes his way to the ladies' room. He knocks on the door.
And you are welcomed in. Alright. Heinrich, what's going on with...
Well, when he comes back in, he will, are there keys to these rooms, or how does this work?
Yeah, they get locked.
Yeah, okay. So I'll hunt Rudiger out and ask for the key quietly, and if he's got the key and you give it to me and I can avoid being seen, I will just quietly head upstairs.
Alright. And he's just sitting there drinking, looking very stoic, and when you ask him for the key, pass it to you, goes back to drinking. Doesn't ask anything of it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Heinrich will just go to the room and brood for a while.
Lando. So, as far as your conversation with Marcilla, it is pretty casual. You're not really sure why she brought you up. She's just sort of talking about the state of the realm and things like that, just sort of BSing about history she knows. Nothing really pertinent. Well, whether or not, however you engage in that is entirely up to you, but she just sort of continues and rant and rave about different things.
Listen, lady. This is all very interesting. But if there's nothing any more important that you need to let me know or ask me, I'm going to be off. We have an early morning tomorrow. We've got to get you to your location. I don't have time to be sitting here letting my jaw flap in the wind talking about the state of the Empire.
She takes a drink from her wine. Very well, I just thought it would be a good opportunity to get to know one another. But if you have business that you need to take care of, and she gestures towards the door.
Yeah, I'll head back down. I'll find a seat near Rudiger and pull it out and have a seat, finish my ale. I know, Rudiger. Women make no sense.
Nope. Takes a drink from his ale.
And that's pretty much how Rudiger would actually respond. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone doing anything in particular, or you want to pass this night eventually?
I'm done.
Okay. Alright, we will get forward. So you strike out from Kemperbad, and for a long while, the journey is actually pretty tame. Not a whole lot going on. You are...
Is that where we were?
I believe so.
Okay.
Cranberry? Yeah, no, Kemperbad here. We're here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you travel through, you continue to travel, and it's mostly uneventful. You pass through these areas. No more undead seem to worry you. You attempt to enter Wurtbad at one point, but Wurtbad is completely sealed off. There are several guardsmen on the walls looking over, and they refuse to give you entry. So you are forced to camp next to the Great Forest for a night, which is tense in its own right. Many dangerous beasts that live there, but after a while the tension subsides, and it's just like any other night. You are traveling along the roads when you fully crossed in Pennsylvania. You see a large tower that is in your way, and something is amiss as you begin to pass by it. Go ahead and make sure everybody's brought out. Okay. And then, of course, Hans. And the carrot is off to the back here. As you're passing by this tower, you get a great sense of unease. Passing around, you see many open grave markers here. I know there are shovels and things here, but really, let's see. Go ahead and, what do we have, perception for these? I believe if people have perception.
We do.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Oof. Just missed it.
Marguerite, you believe that these graves have not been dug from the outside, but from the inside.
Rather
Okay.
unconventional. I'm sure one of the gutter blades says something stupid like, how it'd be easier to dig it from outside.
So there's quite a bit of sort of confusion as this is sort of realized by several people. And the land here, though it is green in some portions, is very tainted and dark in others, dying. And that seems to be spreading almost, albeit very slowly. It's just a small creep. But it is strange, there is so much.
Keep your wits about you. I don't have a good feeling about this. And Lando just kind of, he pulls his bow and has it at the ready as he kind of scans the terrain.
Heinrich will unshoulder his arquebus and expect trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. There was one thing that I had wanted to do while we were in Kemperbad that I just remembered in so long. Heinrich was actually going to ask the Red Lady if she has the coin to purchase a couple of pistols on loan, and argue that if she wants the best protection possible, he needs a couple of pistols.
Interesting.
Of course, they'll revert to her ownership at the end of this contract.
Are you talking about time travel?
I'm talking about it. I meant to do that and forgot all about it.
Give me... Yeah, I'll entertain it. Why not? Last session. Give me a charm. I'll give you a plus 25 charm. Roll me a charm roll.
There's not the best charmer.
You get a 50. You get almost a 50-50. It'd be a 41 to beat. I like this. It's an interesting idea. Hey!
He does call her Tootsie, so that probably...
Alright, so you do have a pistol already. Go ahead and give yourself another one.
Alright.
Same stats and everything.
Mm-hmm. He will suitably thank her as a lower class individual.
And she smiles and nods and then shoos you out for... She gives you the pistol, so just shoos you out afterwards, politely. Just wants to be alone. Alright. Since all of you are bracing and preparing, you believe that there's something afoot. Of course there is. From the top of the tower, you see a dark-robed figure standing there looking out upon you. And when it pulls its hood back, you recognize a familiar face.
Oh, it's Fuckface.
Not him.
And he stands there, and his voice begins to boom unnaturally. I see that you harry me even here. You have been a constant thorn in my side. What vendetta is it that you mercenaries have against me?
You aren't worth the chase. We came by this place, a happen chance. The fact that you're here would indicate you're following us.
Nonsense. You have been following and badgering my steps since Drakelsberg. I grew weary of this chase, and now you have that foul woman in tow. Ugh. He spits on the ground.
If you grow weary, then come down here and we can finish this. Maybe you can rest finally.
Someone will be resting, and he raises his hands, and you hear rustling to the wood in the west. Roll me another perception check, see if you guys can see through that foliage.
I'd also like to know if I have a shot on him from here with my rifle.
Sure.
I think I might take it.
Go for it. Lando, you see some things you don't like.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. You also see some things you don't like.
Excellent. Well, the first thing I don't like is the guy in the tower.
It's a good call.
So whenever.
I'll give you one before we roll initiative.
Alright. Let's give it a shot here. I will aim, which I think I get plus 20 on my aim.
If you got a sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Alright, let's see.
Ooh. Can he dodge? I don't know if he can. No, he can't dodge range attacks.
You can't
Shit,
dodge
yeah.
range attacks, yeah.
Go ahead.
Can't dodge a bullet.
Roll it.
Alright.
11. Ooh.
Now we're a piece of metal in your side.
So as he's raising his hands, you just hear, a bullet flies out, and he just sort of sidesteps, and after, he saw some darkness weaving around his fingertips, he just kind of ducks over to the side of the tower, and miserable bastards, kill them all, and you see all these horrific things that are born. What you see, Lando and Heinrich, you see they look human at first coming out of the wood. Maybe they were once, but they're sort of walking and running on all fours. And some of them have bone clubs in their hands. Other ones are clawed and fanged. They just look like they're partially decaying. Their mouths are covered in blood and gore and bile. And behind them you see massive figures, just the size. Lando, you've seen ogres before. These two things walk out of the wood nearly the size of an ogre, and they both have massive bone-built clubs, each one wielding it and sprinting towards you. And then, of course, there are a few skeletons towards where the necromancer was screaming, and they rise from the pile of bones they once were. So, now seems like a good time for initiative. Alright, let's arrange it. You guys are all pretty good. Why didn't I roll for... Oh, okay. I know why. That's a bit rough. Gutter blades are gonna act. All the NPC gutter blades are gonna act on your turn, Lando. You can order them around.
Yeah, and let's not forget to roll for
Hans.
well, Hans and what's his face, our priest.
Yeah, he's just gonna go in your initiative as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess we can roll for Hans. I guess we'll roll for the blacksmith. Yeah, I guess it was a good idea.
Damn, he's fast.
And big. For you. Okay, Hans will go first. He will not roll fear because he is fearless. By the way, you'll all be rolling fear here shortly, just in case anyone was unaware of how that was gonna go. So yeah, walk forward, great hammer swing. Nope. It is Marguerite's blade, which I believe is a Tybalt? No.
Tybalt? Yeah, it's Tybalt.
Tybalt. It's your boy Tybalt.
Yeah, he's going to shoot at the most bottom undead demon thing.
He needs to roll for willpower first.
Oh yeah.
This could go horrible, by the way.
Yeah,
Because everybody except for Peter Petrovich are gonna roll for... Oh no. Okay, well he's frozen fear for at least a turn. Because these are big, scary. These guys, I mean, the pictures they're big, like 14 feet tall. Huge.
I know it's last session and all, but I did read where someone played it to where, yeah, fear can keep you from attacking, but once attacked, your survival instinct kicks in and you fight back.
Yeah, that's fun. That makes sense, because I mean, if you were about to get swung on by something, unless it was absolutely horrifying, like terror level, you wouldn't just stand there like a retard. You'd try to at least get out of the way. So that's fair enough. Okay. Marguerite, roll willpower. Oh, Marguerite's not scared. Okay, you may act normally.
Now, can I run away?
You could. What everybody else thinks of that is entirely up to them, but you could definitely fuck off.
Marguerite's still, she beat the fear, but she's still kind of shaking, so she'll go in a defensive stance.
Alright, fair enough. Is it like that's 2 parries, or is that like a negative to their attacks? I think it's negative to their attacks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Negative 20? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. It is the necromancer. Let's see what fun stuff he can do. This looks good. Until he fucking blows up. Sure though. Wow, I feel like I fucked that up. I don't think.
Hard to miss 120.
Oh,
On
I
a
need to look at.
D100.
I need to look at that one to make sure that's right, because that might have been a mistake. So let me look at this man's stats one more time.
120.
Whoa. Okay. It's still pretty good. He still wouldn't have failed, but 120 is a bit disgusting. So
It's
no.
not a 12, huh?
Yeah.
You added an extra 0.
He had a very large bonus, but that was unnecessary. I don't know why he had that, but fair enough. He would have still demolished that roll. Regardless. Now, so he's gonna channel, and then something simple, I guess. Yeah. Oh, God, how many dice can he roll? Oh, okay, never mind.
Poor Peter's so dead.
He's the man with the biggest balls. He'll try to do it on 3. So there are a few bodies up there now that are around the tower. You see one sort of come up just in midair, and you see the blood begin to flow out of it behind the corner where Eldrick is hiding.
What the hell?
Yeah. Heinrich.
Alright. Heinrich yells out, "No fair cheating," and shoots his pistol at him.
You're shooting at the Necro?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he's...
I don't like him much.
Yeah? I see why you wouldn't like wizards.
And I'm not partial to people that drink blood and suck flesh out of dead things. So.
Okay, so he is behind partial cover, so it's going to be a -20. I think is what the... Let's see. Let's get that right. Warhammer.
Doesn't he have to expose himself to get at the body that floated up?
Well, he floated up and the blood's coming out of it to him. Yeah. I mean, you can still take a shot at him, of course. I'm just saying, there's gonna be some...
I will, then.
Alright, let me take a look and see what his bonus is for... Or what your negatives are gonna be from being behind cover. Actually, don't see it right off. We're gonna say -20 this time for being behind cover. So go ahead and
That's a
take
hit.
your shot. Oh man, gotta roll it. He can't dodge.
I thought I did do the damage. There we go.
Oh my god.
Boom.
So you fire, you happen to see him exposed, and you see his hand sort of exposed, trying to bring the blood towards him, it seems. And as he's doing that, you see it just enough of his arm to pop the shot off. You see him burst through his forearms. He's screaming in pain. You see him peek around the corner with rage in his eyes.
And he is still up?
Yeah. He's looking pretty rough though. He's got the rage in his eye, but you can tell from this distance, even from this distance, a little bit of fear in there. He's not very happy what's going on. Lando.
So Lando orders these two gutter blades to kind of move forward here, next to the priest. So forward one right there, and this one next to Peter, right here.
Okay, roll willpower checks for both of them. Or I will, actually, because I
don't have access to their sheets.
Well, I'll let them do it. This ought to be fun. I've never failed these before.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so that's the first one, so you want him up here? Or
Yep.
higher one, okay.
Right there, yeah.
So that's one. Outrageous.
Nice.
Move right
Yep.
there.
Yep, just like that.
Alright, what other ones, any other orders?
You two right there. You two follow me. He's talking to the bowman. As as Lando runs in this direction. How many spaces can I move in a run?
In a run, it should be on your sheet, but go ahead and roll fear for me.
Is the bowman whose bow I snapped last session still there?
Yes.
Oh.
He actually used his money to purchase a new one, though he does look at you with disdain every now and then. Lando, yeah, fear, roll willpower for me. Unless you have fearless.
No, I'm looking for a willpower.
Heinrich would have complimented him on his fine bow several times.
Oh shit, I didn't have. Oh, there you go. I didn't have Heinrich roll for willpower, did I?
No, you didn't. That's why I thought if we weren't actually interacting with the undead, we weren't rolling for willpower.
I'll make him roll now.
Hey, I don't think the priest is in the turn order.
He's on the same turn order as Lando, because he's in a PC gutter blade. Yeah.
So Lando's run is 12.
Okay. Yeah, you
so,
could run. It would be your only action.
So how many spaces?
I think these should all be 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so 6 spaces. So I tell the Gutterblade Bowman to follow me as I start running this way. You know, I run through the smoke from Heinrich's pistol that he just, fired off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I tell these two bowmen to stay on me as they run up towards me.
Okay, roll I'll roll willpower for both of them.
That maybe explains why Heinrich now fails his willpower. Because he's like, oh, you guys are leaving me. He felt pretty safe a minute ago.
Okay, so one bowman's not interested. And neither is the other one.
You bastards.
Not interested.
Told you, cowards.
Alright, you've got 3 other people. You've got Rudiger, Wilfried, and the other merc that can all be told or attempted to do something.
Wilfried wants to charge the skeleton that's on Hans.
Okay.
Or the undead thing that's on Hans.
I think he does. Let me see if he actually does want to, though. He might have fearless is the thing. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. But his willpower is decent. Doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
No fear.
And Rudiger wants to charge the one that's on Hans.
Okay, he might. Hey, he's got decent odds to actually do something as well. We'll see what happens. Nope.
That last Gutterblade mercenary standing there wants to charge the one from Hans.
He might. I'm gonna laugh at this. The one.
He kind of sees them all kind of stalling as they don't move, and he also stalls and doesn't move.
Yeah, they're.
Wow.
That whole top line is petrified by what is happening right now. You've never seen Rudiger or the priest so scared. Alright, so now with that, it is time for the ghouls. We'll start from the one that's engaged with Hans.
Did Peter go?
You didn't order him. Do you want him to do something?
Oh.
He doesn't have to roll for anything. He has fearless. He can do whatever.
Oh, okay. Does he have a ranged weapon at all?
No.
I don't know what Peter has.
He's a Gutterblade swordsman.
Oh, that's one of the named ones. That's right.
It's the guy who balled on the skeletons last time. We decided the name and gave him
That's
fearless.
awesome. Yep. All right. No, I'm good.
Okay. I will assume you want him in defensive stance then.
Please.
Okay. So all the Gutterblades that didn't punk out are in defensive stance. Now, the ghouls. They're gonna do... This one's gonna do an all-out attack on Hans. Hans moves and attacks, but does not get a parry. Slices, open up gashes along Hans's leg. Hans, as usual, does not seem to care over much. Let's see. I'm gonna make this one roll to jump over that well. So this could be pretty good. You see a crypt ghoul attempt to leap over a well to charge what you assume would be the war priest, only to slip and fall into the well. For a natural 100, there is no other answer. 12 units for the crypt ghoul. And you hear it just fall all the way down. You just hear water. Hear loud screaming and then a loud just and a bunch of water plopping around, thrashing. What is the charge distance? Oh, they actually can't get that far. Fair enough. This one moves up. Cannot attack. It's a full move for it. This one will do the same. I'm pretty sure these get... Oh, it's not their turn yet. Let's see. This one can charge Peter, so it will. And it will... Obviously it's a standard attack, it's charge, but it is plus 10 for charging. Misses, and that's all of them. Crypt Horrors.
Oof.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal. Just out of range, but it is going to move there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move in there. Skeletons. They're clinking and clanking along. Back up to Hans. Hans will attack the crypt ghoul again.
Kill him, Hans!
Might. It's pretty good. Wow. So Hans, after getting cut in the leg, just sort of looks at the crypt ghoul with what would be disdain if his face wasn't blank, steps on one of its feet, brings the hammer up, and smashes its head in. After demolishing its arm, of course, just breaks its arm, thing reels over, just and then follow-up swings, splats it. Let's see, roll Tybalt's willpower again. Let's see if he wants to do anything this turn.
It appears he does not.
Go ahead, Marguerite.
Marguerite's gonna charge the bottom ghoul.
Go for it. Get a plus 10, because Peter is technically tied up by the crypt horror as well.
Damn it.
It sees you the last second, it sort of like ducks, like, sort of circles around, swiping haphazardly at you. Let's see. Here's to the Necromancer.
Can I try to sue the necromancer? Would that work?
Sue?
Sue him?
Sue him. For
Yeah.
damages.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and do Go ahead and do.
Imperial law?
Yeah, do Imperial Law. Go ahead and use Imperial Law and write your congressman. See if they wanna. No, write your count. Or elect your count. See what they think about that. See if he pulls this off. Oh. So those of you that might have seen the Necromancer for a moment do not at this point.
Lando kind of just startles and yells at Heinrich, "Where did he go? Do you see him?"
Heinrich, roll fear. Or roll willpower and see if you want to do anything. No.
He saw everyone around him freeze in fear, and he realized he should be afraid.
I mean, this is what's in front of you. Lando.
Lando is going to run again.
Go for it. Any orders?
Well, of course, the ones that are engaged are just going to attack. I want Wilhelm to try and overcome his fear.
Okay. He will try. He will not.
God damn it. I would like Rudiger to try and overcome his fear.
He has.
He does. Rudiger is going to charge the ghoul that's in front of Wilhelm.
And so he will.
And then
You get a
attack.
gang up on that, right?
He does.
Yep.
And misses. Oh, it's like Rev was still here.
Oh my god, it's so close. Does he have goodness, what's it called? Fate points?
You want to reroll that?
For a ghoul?
No, Rudiger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can. Let's see. Fate. Oh no! I don't know that he does. Because I think he used some not to. No, he has 2 fortune. I'm dumb. Yeah, he has 2 fortune points. Yeah.
He wants to use one
Sure. To re-roll that.
to re-roll that attack.
Okay. There it is. Wow, almost still. Living on the edge. Okay. Huge. 16, but 17. Yeah. So Rudiger, he stumbles a bit as he runs by Wolfrey. It's like he's almost going to fall down when he goes for his swing, but he brings himself together and makes a terrific strike against this ghoul and just absolutely splatters what's left of its brains. I did not mean to make it disappear. Not like that, anyway. Splatters it all over the place. Why can't I edit this guy? Huh. Whatever.
And then Rudiger looks over at Wilhelm. Gather your wits about you, man. Steel yourself. Stop being afraid.
Rudiger sounds a lot like Lando.
And what other people are gonna do things or attempt to do things?
The two Glitter Blades that didn't that passed their fear test, they're just gonna attack the ghouls in front of them.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Wow.
Nice.
That was the bottom one.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah. Why are these not showing? It's annoying. Oh well. Yeah, he cuts it down actually. Strike
Nice.
across the body. Just bisects it horizontally. It just falls over after Marguerite had gotten into backup. He sort of took advantage, walked forward, and sliced through it.
He might earn himself a name.
If he lives against fighting against that thing.
Yeah, Peter will attack that thing.
So Peter gets up in this thing's face. And Peter is the unafraid Russian, essentially, Warhammer Kislevite, that he's the only Kislevite in the company. He did Oorah! And he swings and slices this massive beast's arm. But the beast seems unafraid, and in fact, the wound, just as quickly as it appeared, seems to just close over. Okay.
This Gutter Blade would like to try and overcome his fear and charge that skeleton if it can.
Skeletons are scary. Alright, I think the only two are the bowmen, if you want them to do some things.
If they can overcome their fear, they want to fire on the biggest, scariest thing out here.
Let's see if they
You want to fire on the one that's not melee, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. Because they want to have a good chance of hitting. So they see that this one hasn't made contact with anyone yet, and they kind of gather themselves and realize we've got to do something. We've got to fire on it.
2 aimed shots. Oh. Yeah.
Jesus.
They don't have very good bows, and they're not very good. Alright. I guess everybody on your turn, so it's the ghouls. Or rather, the ghoul, yeah. So you hear some scraping and scuttling, and this ghoul has returned from his venture into the well. That is his turn, though, to climb back up. This ghoul is going to make an odd attack against the gutter blade in front of him.
Oof.
You hear the scream of one of your men as this thing tears into him, claws and teeth just all over, just cutting through him. Bits of meat and blood flying all over. Horrors. This horror is going to swing on the one that wounded him. So that's going to be Peter. Or that tried to wound him, rather. You see this massive club come up. It'll be an all-out attack.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Oh, wow. Man, as soon as you know somebody, this club comes up to the side, and this thing's got this disgusting grin on its face that swings on Peter. Peter sort of dumbstruck his attack did nothing. He gets thrown to the side. You hear the crack of bones and the splinter of wood as Peter hits the tree so hard he actually shatters some of the wood on it. You see the life leave Peter's eyes.
Oh. Poor Peter.
You hear a sickening roar as it just pounds its chest in front of the other gutter blade. And then this other one is going to charge Rudiger. Who does not have a parry as he moved and attacked. Oh, didn't need one.
Whew.
This thing swung sort of a downward strike, and Rudiger's able to step out of the way quickly before he's hit. And then skeletons. Skeleton. This one will go for Hans, because that's a good idea. And then this one is just going to, as his eyes glow, he's going to get a quick burst of speed, so he can get a bit closer. Hans. Skeleton. Nope.
Oh.
Tybalt. Willpower. Give willpower plus 10. It's starting to get to the point where he's starting to... Fear's not as impactful as it once was now. There you go.
Gosh. Good thing you got that 10.
Hey!
Tibble's gonna do is he's gonna try to find the first enemy that's not in melee, which will be
this guy there.
okay.
Yep.
And he's gonna aim and fire.
Do it.
And thanks to his sharpshooter, it's plus 20.
Got a lot of sharpshooters in this outfit.
And he still misses.
Flies past this guy. We'll say it went through like just a perfect area, like one of the skeleton's rib cage ribs was missing, and just happened to fly through that hole and just do nothing. So in some way it was a good shot. Marguerite.
Now, in order to get the gang up, do we have to step on Peter's corpse?
You could technically step around it. I mean, this thing takes up 4 squares, so...
But don't you have to be, like, touching the person, or does this have to have more than one person attacking it?
It has to have more than one person attacking it.
So Marguerite's just going to attack.
Okay.
this again.
That's with a plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh no. I didn't get a plus 10, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you would have missed. Okay. Lando, you may roll perception.
Lando once again useless in a fight. Sturkelsberg all over again.
Okay, so it's not your turn, Lando, but you do see him again. As he has come down. He's going to move behind them. His cover. You're not really sure what he's up to, but his eyes are fixated on Heinrich.
Uh-oh.
And lo and behold, oh, actually, he can still do something, so bear with me. Okay.
Jesus Christ, target number was 90?
He's pretty good. That ghoul corpse that was nearby all of a sudden begins to float towards Eldrick, and he begins to draw sustenance from it. You see very clearly now, the blood sort of comes out of this ghoul and runs up into the orifices in his face, and eyes, nose, mouth, ears, it all pours into his head, and you see it revitalizing the many wounds that he has suffered from Heinrich. Go ahead, Heinrich. Attempt to get out of your fear.
Do I get the plus 10 this time?
You do. You do. Hey.
All right. Well, I have one loaded pistol left. I will take a shot at him.
Right.
Ah, jeez. Can I use a? I haven't used any fortune. Can I use that to roll?
You may.
I'll do that.
You may re-roll it. Oh man.
Well, just undid what he did. I'll yell out, "I'm sorry, am I annoying you?"
Yes, but not for much longer. And he's
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Lando.
So, Lando is going to take aim and fire at what's its face there.
Okay. The skeleton's going to make an agility roll.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead. This is just letting you know the skeleton's going to make an agility roll. That's near him. So you aim and shoot, and it flies true, but this skeleton jerks in front of Eldrick.
Come on. it's +1.
+1? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You knock out a fair portion of its ribs. Shatter on the ground. Orders.
All right. You two, bowmen, fire on that wizard, or that whatever he is.
Yeah, that'll work.
So the 2 gutter blade bowmen are going to fire on him as well.
Heinrich calls out, his name's Fuckface.
Wouldn't that have been something if one of them killed them? Alright, so they both the arrows kind of fly wide.
You, mercenary, get in that fight with Hans. He needs to pass his willpower. Still.
He does.
+10.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even need it.
You got it, yeah. So he wants to charge.
I thought you meant attack Hans, sir.
So he wants to charge that skeleton.
He will. Finding his heart.
+20. Booyah.
Did it.
Oh, man. These gutter blades are hitting hard today.
Hitting hard, but not hitting all. A solid strike to the body rattles a bunch of bones. You see some shattering across one of the shoulder blades and the skeleton. The right shoulder was sort of backing up. That was a pretty good strike.
And then Wilhelm took it to heart when Rudiger told him to man up.
Let's see if he does. Oh, yes. Yes, he does. I'm thinking Crypt Horror is what his target is.
Oh, yeah.
So he's only going to get the +10 because the other gutter blade's tied up by that ghoul. But he is going to get a +10. So... and the Great Maul, of course. Could be good. Pretty solid.
13's not bad.
Hey, yeah, that's pretty nice. Thunk, and you see just some bones break in this massive arm as Wilfried finds purchase with his maul across the right arm of this beast.
Rudiger, seeing him hit him and do a decent amount of damage, follows up on that. Encouraged by Wilhelm's attack.
Alright, let me see. That thing actually can't attempt to parry because it moves and attacks, so he's gonna eat that as well. Sure is flail.
Oof.
Oh, so very close. You see a bunch of bones snap and blood flies out of this thing's legs. It sort of hunches over, but still not down. It's got just a little life left in it.
Perhaps that gutter blade will...
And that last gutter blade right there, his heart pounding, excited by the amounts of damage he's seeing, his heart doing, takes a desperate swing at him.
Oh, it's not that has the bowman, but I think it's the same. Is it the same stats? Mercenary is better by 5, but he still would have missed.
Yeah, he still rolled a 96. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, and then last mercenary down there next to the Crypt Horror with Marguerite.
He's standing there, kind of shaking, his knees knocking together, knowing it's just him and Marguerite facing this thing. Just saw, Peter go down, and he takes a swing at it.
No dice. Ghouls. Ghoul on the gutter blade, on attack. Oh, he's probably fucked.
Jesus.
That's gonna be... Oh no! Let's see, 1. Nah. It's a deep cut across the face, but he is not yet dead. That good blade's hanging in. Other ghoul is gonna move up here to fight Rudiger. Only a regular attack. Misses.
Whew.
That's ghouls. Horrors. Marguerite, even or odd?
Even.
You're about to get smacked around.
No, my parry probably beats everything, so I'm good.
All out attack.
I mean,
Alright.
It does.
Roll for the parry. You definitely want to parry this. Okay, there you go.
I am immortal. I could probably beat this
Somehow, as this club comes in on your arm, you are able to deftly deflect it away with the gauche. Of all things, you just happen to pick the perfect moment. You just push the club away, and even the beast looks a bit confused. If you can see confusion in a dead face, you see it, because that's what it looks. Just very confused as to what just happened. Other horror. He's gonna go after the last one that wounded us. He's gonna go after Rudiger again, all out attack. What a shitter. Hans.
Get him, Hans!
Hans be skeleton, all out attack with an additional +10 from this round. Oh yeah. For funsies. Yeah. With a sound not unlike a ball being struck by a baseball bat, you see this skull for the skeleton just shatter into 100 pieces. It's sprayed all over the ground, bone matter. The body stands there, not wanting to die for a moment before it falls over in dust. That guy's been pretty good. Tibble.
Tibble is going to fire at the wizard, warlock, necromancer thing.
Do it.
And he's gonna miss.
Marguerite.
Marguerite's going to aim and attack the horror. Hopefully the confidence from parrying it like a badass will help her.
Do it.
There we go.
No way, go ahead and roll damage. You open up a deep gash in its leg. It sort of winces for a moment, but then looks at you hungrily after you do so. Eldrick is actually going to walk up towards Rudiger and do some things.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
That's not good for him, though. So it's 5 damage. Oh, this could be fucking rough. It's 5 damage to ignore toughness and armor. So you just see Eldrick put his hand on Rudiger's shoulders, almost a comforting touch. But you see just the skin and flesh begins to rot and decay on Rudiger's shoulder as he does. And I have to open the book because he rolled doubles.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Doubles
bad.
are like a misfire for black powder weapons.
This is bad. This could be bad for him and everyone else, depending on what this is. So, okay, give me a minute here. So magic.
Hopefully it's not demons.
I think with 3 dice it could be.
Marguerite is not a fan of demons and
Oh.
mutants.
So Zinch's curse is what this would be.
I ain't playing with no demons.
If you roll doubles, roll percentile dice and consult if you roll triples. So he rolled doubles. No, wait. Triples. Triples have to be you roll the same thing 3 times. So he rolled doubles. This is minor. Okay, well, here we go.
That's not too bad. That's middle of the road.
That's pretty garbage. Okay, well, no fun there, but maybe next time. So you see a bunch of... Would there even be fucking... No, there's not even animals around. Disregard. It just feels really spooky for a little bit. If there were animals around, he would have spooked them, but...
More spooky than crypt horrors?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever animals were nearby, they've already run off.
Yeah, probably. I was like, would there even be animals at this point? I mean, no. Heinrich.
Reload, motherfucker.
Yeah. I guess that's all I can really do is reload my rifle. I have a sword, but I think I'm far more effective.
Do you have your head in a bucket? Where are you?
Sitting in front of my computer.
You're really quiet.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I have my I had my microphone up.
Oh.
No, I'm just gonna reload.
Lando seeing that skeleton jump in the way to protect him, but also seeing what's going on with his crew there fighting this giant thing, says, "If you're going to get out of my way, I'm going to free up some space for my guys to take you on." And he aims and fires at the giant crypt ghoul.
Ooh, okay. Ballsy, let's do it. Even with firing the melee, that would have hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Oh, man.
Plus
just enough. So you fire your arrow, and how does it die?
So essentially at that angle, they're all kind of fighting and parrying him off and dodging out of his way. And just as he turns his head to prepare for another swing, the arrow comes flying over the necromancer and hits the crypt ghoul just in the side of the neck and goes all the way through. So it's just sticking straight out of his neck. And he just kind of crumples and falls to the ground. Just a gurgling blood in his throat.
I'll delete him so we know how much fucking space we have. And now you can give some orders.
Rudiger, kill that necromancer.
Oh, he will try. Eldrick will attempt to dodge. Rudiger goes to swing at Eldrick, but Eldrick's fairly quick on his feet for being what you expect a bookish kind of sword. Just sort of like sidesteps. It's very near, but he does cause Rudiger to miss.
Wilhelm, charge him!
Okay.
This would be appropriate. A priest of Sigmar.
Mm.
Oh. You fool!
Who's
You!
next?
Get in there!
Dog pile.
Get in there! Look how I'm doing him. There we go. Alright. Bitterblade. For the +10. Oh man. Could be huge. No. A slight scrape along the knee. Who's next? What orders do you have for the other guys, Lando? Oh, Doc's muted
Yeah,
for a moment.
everyone is muted.
Well, damn, I must be no fun.
It's just a little easy, man.
Oops, sorry, I was on mute for a second there.
It's just a little easy, he says.
The bowman.
Gotta give Marguerite a challenge, man. Maybe a dragon or I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, just be patient. You got, don't worry, I got something for you.
I could probably parry a champion of corn like it was nothing.
I would give you the opportunity. Go ahead.
The bowmen are going to fire on this one guy that's not in combat.
Good call. So, let's shoot them. Uh-oh. We might have a true hero here. Yeah, that will do it.
Now, was that the normal guy or the guy who hates me?
Roll a 1d2.
Oh God, which one's which?
You'll know after I tell you. The guy who hates you. Knocks its arm off, and then there's a quick follow-up shot from him as he takes out the leg and it falls apart. And he looks over at Marguerite fighting the whore and spits on the ground. Other bowman?
So the other bowman, seeing that his target that he was going to aim at went down, he goes ahead and changes his course and aims and fires at the necromancer.
So this way -10 because firing a melee, but so -20 but +10, so it's -10 because he's aiming, shooting, but firing a melee. Nope.
It was a chance, and then these two are just obviously going to attack what's right in front of them.
All right. No. And the one down below with Marguerite. Hey. Not doing bad.
Nice.
Wow.
He's been doing good, that one.
Yeah, pretty solid. Just gets cut across the arm. Just like does a half-assed backhand towards the mercenary. Okay. The ghouls. This ghoul is gonna all-out attack Rudy, who does have a parry, which she may need. He does. Hear the clash of claws against the flail sort of bats them away. Ghoul odd attack on Merc. Of course. Horror. Margaret even or odd?
Marguerite is going to taunt him into attacking her.
Ooh.
I think
Bold.
you smell worse than you look.
Bold. Fucking man.
Oh yeah, she is overconfident as hell.
Hans, I think everyone knows what you want Hans to do, so let's just do it.
Finish him.
It's gonna be with plus 20, because 2. Oh!
What?
Oh! Oh, man. Tybalt.
Now, the bowman who spat at Marguerite, is he the one on top or the one on bottom?
One on top.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah, Tybalt's gonna try to shoot the crypt horror that Marguerite's fighting.
Do it. Minus 20 for firing melee, but offset, so straight roll, I think, because you have sharpshooter. I'm assuming an aim shot.
Always.
Okay. So straight roll.
And he
Rough day.
Does creature size do anything to range attacks?
You know, it probably should be like a plus 10 or something. It's not in the raw, but
No.
I mean, I would allow a plus 10 against it because it is towering over you guys, so it should be easier to hit. Despite you still take the penalties for shooting into melee, because it is thrashing around, but it is a huge fucking thing. So
Because I know that the 40k version has rules on that.
yeah, for whatever reason it doesn't for this. It probably should, given how massive things are. But so yeah, we'll say that plus 10s for these guys because they're probably a step above normal, at least. But that would have missed regardless.
Marguerite aims attacks while yelling, "Today I become death incarnate."
Oh God.
Yep. Full of herself. And she misses.
Has she hit at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once.
Oh, did she?
Twice.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
Twice. He's gonna put the hands on Rudy one more time. Because he's not liking how things look right now, but he's going to. Even if I fall, I will take one of you with me.
Oof. Roll doubles.
You sure you fucking want him to?
How can you roll a triple?
3 dice, all hitting the same number.
Yeah, when you're casting spells, it's not percentile dice.
Oh fuck. So not only does that make Rudy look horrible, like he puts his hands right on Rudiger's chest, and you see Rudiger start to, I mean, his skin looks very decayed and it's filleting and it's disgusting looking. It's all starting to decay on his body. He's screaming. But you see something horrible is going to happen because that's a 888 that he just rolled. And that is bad. Because that is a major manifestation. So.
Come on, champion of corn.
Okay, that's probably gonna be pretty tame.
I don't know. That's gonna be, I think, nasty, whatever it is.
No, it's you want low on these. The higher you get, the worse it fucking gets. It is bad when it gets high. But it's pretty simple. It is just as he's pulling his hand away from Rudiger's chest, you see his eyes begin to glow bright red. Just he's full of rage, blood, you're not sure. But his pupils turn a bright red. And that's it. So Heinrich.
Finish him!
Heinrich will take aim and try to put him down.
Straight roll firing in melee, but you may
Whoops, wrong guy.
We will take that if you hit.
Of course. Wait, a 25?
25?
Whoa!
Why do I only have a 25?
What?
What would you put as your modifier?
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, hold on. I know why. I screwed it up. Anyway.
That's weird.
Would you have
I
made it though?
will. I know why. Because I unchecked the proficiency. I was just using that to remind myself what was loaded and what wasn't.
Okay, go ahead.
So, alright, I'm gonna fortune point and reroll because we're at the end here.
Go for it.
Are we though? There's still the tower.
Oh,
I just want this guy.
roll it. He
He's a
cannot
pain in the
dodge.
ass. Were you gonna take the
you
first one?
Oh, sure, 15, yeah. Fuck it. 15. Oh, man. Describe it. He's fucked. It's gonna put him over into 10, negative 10, so yeah, he's done.
I'll just say sorry to disarm you. That'll be the other arm. Yeah, I hit him in the right arm first and practically took that off, and I'll take off his left arm. So he's an armless corpse now.
This is right after he put his hand on Ruger's chest, that same hand. Just gets shot off. And it's not just the hand, it's basically from the elbow down. It's
I say it'll be hard to jerk off in hell, asshole.
And he's just dumbstruck, falling back, and just falls on the ground, just spurting massive bursts of blood from his arm that is gone. And then you see him, shock takes over, and the eyes that were bright red, just pupils a moment ago, begin to dim until they are graying and gone. And he is very much dead. Lando,
I'm just gonna aim and fire at this ghoul right here.
do it. He is in melee, but he's still got all you gotta be is an 80, I think.
Yeah, so no modifier basically.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Christ.
Oh boy.
he hit the well.
Yeah.
Orders?
Everything obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking everybody's gonna gangbang the ghoul.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just go. We'll go Rudiger. Go ahead.
No, was Wilhelm? He wasn't in combat, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, Wilhelm's gonna rush over and can he get in on that crypt ghoul?
The one right here in front of
I'm
the Glitter Blade
sorry.
guy?
The
Better not.
the big one.
Ooh, the horror?
Yeah. the horror.
Let's see. So he was
right there.
here.
Yeah.
He was here. So one,
So-
2, 3. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
He would take an attack of opportunity from the crypt ghoul that's there, from
Yeah.
moving through there. But if you're okay with him doing that, yeah, he will.
Yep.
Better not steal my kill, man. I will wreck you. Just let me know.
Pin pricking. So we'll just do a standard.
I can pinprick pretty hard. So.
Okay, so he's in on that, and then I'm thinking everybody else is just going to try to bum rush this ghoul up here.
Yeah.
So Hans didn't actually move. So
It makes sense that a Sigmar priest would go after the biggest, ugliest ghoul.
like a madman. So that's Rudiger on the ghoul. Good thing he has the reroll. Gutter Blade, same thing. Gutter Blade on the other ghoul. Yep. Wilfried.
Come on, Wilfried.
He's gonna get a 20 because he's got that ghoul above him being tied up, and he's got 2 assists here. Nope. Gutter
He's done
Blade
shit.
on bottom. Yeah. Also getting a 20, same reasons. Nope. Bowman, any particular?
I thought the base was 30.
Yeah, the bowmen are going to shoot at the large target. They're going to aim and fire at the large target, so it just evens out, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, shouldn't their base be 35? So that would have been a 55.
Let me see.
Because I know that when you usually roll for the gutter blades, it's 35. See, like the...
So
Five,
their melee skill is... Why is his? He only got a plus 10. The one that has the 35 right there. He got a plus 10 because there's only one shroud against the ghoul up there. Now, their weapon skill for the gutter blades is 30, but they have poor craftsmanship weapons. So it decreases their
Yeah, it knocks it down.
weapon skill by 5.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because they have garbage for weapons.
That's Lando salt, obviously.
You know, in a sense, it's not wrong. Gutter blade bowman. Let's see. Yes. Okay.
If they survive this and we get paid, they'll get better weapons.
Sure, they will. Sure.
See, they're just gonna make straight rolls. Nope. Okay. Crypt ghouls. Okay, we'll see if it's Rudy or the gutter blade. Rudy's even. Gutter blade it is. Because Rudy's on death's door, so if he gets hit, he's fucked. Auto attack on the gutter blade. Does not hit. Other one in the middle. Same thing. Cryptor. Okay. Even or odd, Marguerite? Or are you taking it again?
Yep.
Oh man. I like your style. He doesn't. Go ahead.
Okay.
You want to parry.
What'd you say?
Jesus
Say,
Christ.
you want to parry. Hans is going to kill Steel, probably.
Feel the power of the pirouette.
Wow, Hans is fucking up right now. Tybalt.
Tybalt is going to fire at the crypt horror.
Plus 10 because he's a big target. But if you're assuming you're going to aim, that's canceled out by the melee.
So a 0?
Well, it's plus 10 because he's bigger. I'm going to say it, homebrew it, and say it's plus 10.
Finally.
Hey, roll damage.
Finally useful.
Ain't bad. Arrow sticks in his chest. Marguerite.
Aim attack.
Do it. Damage.
Damn.
You prick it, but you do not notice a real significant effect. You see a trickle of blood run down the arm. It seems more concerned with the arrow in its chest. Eldrick is dead. Heinrich.
So like his body's there and everything? He's dead?
Oh, Eldrick's dead. Heinrich fucking ruined him.
Alright. Heinrich's not out of ammo, but all of his weapons have been discharged. He just tosses his arquebus down, whips out his sword, and charges.
Something.
No, he can charge that guy right there, can't he?
He can, yes he can. He can get the plus 10 from charging and plus 10 from getting up as well.
Alright, then he will do so. Oh well, that's the first time he pulled his sword all the game. So.
A bit rusty. Been a long time since I had to use this. Lando.
So Lando looks across the battlefield and kind of sees the writing on the wall here, and he takes aim at this giant behemoth down at the far end. So that's plus 20 for sharpshooter, plus 10 for him being a large target.
Minus 20 for melee, so
Minus
plus
20,
10.
so it's a plus 10.
Shoot him. Hey, roll it.
Plus one is 5.
It still doesn't get through for his toughness. So you see the arrow fly by and it sort of scrapes along his arm. That's rough.
Tybalt has a little smirk on his face when he sees that.
So I'm thinking standard orders. So I'm gonna have Rudiger attempt to smash this little bastard in front of him.
Yep, all standard orders right now.
Oh, I think that'll probably do it, but we'll see for funsies. 9. No. Very close. Gutterblade Merc. Wouldn't it be unfortunate for Rudy to die? Oh, I think this guy's got his back. Yeah.
Nice.
It's sort of, this Gutterblade Merc cuts off the arm of this ghoul and then just kicks him into the well again. And this time it's a resounding plunk, and there is no struggle for him to come back. You don't hear a struggle. He is simply in the well. He has become part of it. Gutterblade Merc there. He's going to get a plus 10 from Heinrich being there. No. Wilfried?
Wilfried wants to attack the giant one.
Yes, he does.
About goddamn time he hits with that thing.
That's the hand weapon. I rolled the wrong damage. Look at me. Let me roll the actual damage. There it is.
Boom.
12 ain't bad. This thing's looking pretty worse for wear now. Nope. And Gutterblade Bowman, I think, are shooting the biggest target, correct?
Yeah, so they just even out.
Yeah. So that was the guy that doesn't hate Marguerite that shot and missed. Oh, they both missed. Ghouls. He's going for the Merc. He's been trying to kill the Merc the whole time. This one here. Or Ghoul, I should say, singular. Man, they really fell the fuck off. Horror! I'm assuming you're taunting again, so I'm not even gonna roll for...
You know it.
who he's gonna attack.
I'm in his zone.
Alright, let's
Oh my god.
get it wrapped up. Hans is charging. He's gonna get a plus 30, 10 for charge, and 20 for this round, and fucking miss again. Tybalt.
Gonna fire on the Crypt Horror.
Do it, plus 10.
And you missed.
Oh my god. Marguerite, here's your time to shine.
Now, what does an all-out attack do?
Plus 20, but you can't parry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Aim attack.
You don't trust any one of the two guys there to take care of you
No.
in case you missed? Go ahead, do it.
Damn.
Oh man, no, it's another pinprick. He doesn't seem to mind. Heinrich.
Alright, I will attack again with my sword. My trusty sword.
Plus 20 for the surrounds you're getting.
Good lord.
Everybody brought their balloons. Lando.
So, in slow motion, Lando pulls his bow up He sees everyone fighting, bouncing off, deflecting. There's dust being kicked up in the air. He squints one eye and pulls the string back.
Mm-hmm.
He gets his target, the giant fell beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then with a twang, he lets it fly. And you can see it flying through the air, going straight for his target.
Ooh, roll it. Oh! It was the roleplay. Oh my god. That's pretty fucking good. Describe this amazing arrow shot and what it does, this beast.
And as it flies through the air, you can see arms with weapons waving in the air. The arrow goes by, slow motion, and it flies through, and you can hear a slight as the beast tries to move, and it hits him right in the leg through his hip, hits an artery, and he just spills blood out everywhere as he crumbles to the ground.
It's just rolling on the ground, grabbing its leg, trying to get the arrow out as all these people are hacking it, smashing it to pieces, and it just expires. Utterly ruined. Well done. Fuck's sake. Nice righteous. Right, and we'll do the attacks that are nearest this thing to get it dealt with. Is it 20, 30 even? Hey, Wilfried. I think that'll probably do him. Yeah. No, you know what, though? Not even.
What?
Not even, apparently. Oh my fucking goodness. Okay.
Get him, Gutter Blade.
It won't die. A sword goes flying through the air. Oh god. Frutisher. 40. Like, literally couldn't have missed unless he rolled 100. That's what you need to do. That'll do it. So Rudiger walks up and boom, smash this thing in the arm, and then they just dispatch it in the ground. Man, that was...
Heinrich kind of stabs the body on the ground a couple times.
Is everyone okay?
The Gutter Blades calls out, "Peter's dead, sir. Smashed to pieces."
Oh, Peter. We'll send some money to his wife.
His wife or his mistress?
Oh, hell. Both of them.
Wow, good God. You can't send it to both. Just the mistress.
Right. Yes. Hey, look, a couple of the Gutter Blades look over at the graves that are dug here, and they just see Peter look at the graves, see Peter look at the graves, and just sort of shrug. And
you know what to do.
just toss him in. After stripping him of anything useful, of course, except his clothes.
Lando walks up to the necromancer and searches him.
Dibs.
Heinrich was already urinating on his corpse, but you're welcome to search him when I'm done.
So searching the necromancer. Let's see, what did I have on this fella? So really not a whole lot. He does have a quarterstaff that's there that he was using to sort of walk around. Not that he really needed it.
Well, he can't use it now.
Nope, certainly
Kind of
cannot.
need arms for that.
Yeah, you could hold it in your mouth.
Do any of the undead have anything interesting on them, or just flesh and bone?
Mostly flesh, and there's some. The skeletons have. They all have some weapons and things like that, except for the ghouls. The ghouls were primarily fighting with their teeth and claws. There are big bone clubs that are unwieldy that the crypt horrors were using. Though, if a man wanted to use one two-handed, it might be fairly brutal.
Could Wilfried use it?
I think he would look upon that with disdain, as they were undead instruments, technically. They are big bones. These creatures were controlled by a necromancer, for the most part. On the necromancer, Lando, you do find a book. And you can see it's a very old tome, very gnarled, and it feels warm to the touch.
Can you read?
I'll take this to the lady.
You could
Why?
do that.
Speaking of Hans, how was the lady?
He looks back at because one of the gutter blades drawing the coat. She looks back and everything seems all right. Nothing is amiss.
The lady's a miss, isn't she?
Yes. He walks by and Hans looks at you. You found something?
I did. I found a book.
He holds his hand out.
What's this book to you?
Nothing.
Boy, I don't even care. I can't read it anyhow.
Marguerite would like to read it.
And he hands it to Hans.
Hans takes it in one meaty paw, and blood's trickling down his leg rapidly, but he does not seem to care whatsoever. He just marches back, knocks twice, hands the book in, and then walks back. We must proceed. We're nearly there.
My men need rest. We need food. We need water. We need to tend to wounds. He looks over at Rudiger, panting on the ground, already starting to bandage himself up.
Rudiger's fucked up. Like, his skin... I mean, there's some people over by him just sort of like trying to keep him from tearing into anything else that's nearby, because he's got huge, horrific, just swaths of skin that are actually just decaying and flaking off from whatever the necromancer did to him.
We've got to get our man tended to.
I will take him to the lady.
Is she a healer? What is she gonna do?
She's not gonna eat him, is she?
No. She will fix him. He looks at you. By your leave.
Just help him. Help him any way you can.
And Hans holds out his hammer towards you. So he gestures towards it for you to grab it.
So he takes his hammer.
And then Hans just sort of picks Rudiger up in both hands. Even though Rudiger's struggling a bit, he doesn't seem to care, and carries Rudiger back to the cart, knocks on the cart again. He brings Rudiger in, puts him down, and comes back out. Sans Rudiger. And opens up his hand, gesturing towards the hammer.
And we just hand his hammer back to him.
He will be okay. And then he just walks away. But, and he stops, the lady says we go on. Rest whenever you arrive.
Very well. We're going to finish burying our man, then we'll be off.
He nods and walks back.
So we go ahead and kind of bury Peter and have Wilhelm give last rites.
And I say he was a good man. Though he was of Kislev, he was a bright man of this group and had no fear, as I imagine Chris would say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wilfried gives some proper rites, and the men, though they're not outwardly sad, there is a bit of a somber moment, as was one of their brothers in arms.
All right, men. We still have a job to finish. It's time we get going. We finished kind of gathering our stuff. Gathering whatever gear and equipment looks to be of any value that we can take with us, and search the area and head back on the road.
Yeah, you find a few more shitty weapons on the skeletons that died, and of course the book that you gave over, but other than that, not a whole lot. I mean, these were just, they were little more than feral beasts, the things you fought. So you continue forward, and eventually you arrive at what is a remarkably intact castle. It is not as they described.
I've seen better.
Yeah, it's not the greatest thing you've ever seen, Marguerite. This is pretty low class compared
The
to
castles
Bretonia.
of Bretonia make this seem like a hovel.
You guard your tongue, woman. This is a client.
I'm surprised that you seem to care about people's feelings now. Quite the sudden change.
I care about getting paid.
We'll get paid one way or the other.
How are you feeling, Rudiger?
He's got a bit of a jaunt to his step, and he's sort of walking around, and much better.
She gave him the old-fashioned cure.
Definitely. So, is there music playing or not?
There is not.
There's not. There we go.
Well, this is where we leave you, my lady.
And so you walk into this castle, and it is remarkably well put together. It had been described to you as a ruin, but it most certainly is not. And she sort of walks in with you, and Rudiger stands over to the side near the table looking through some things. Go ahead and make a perception check, Heinrich. Rudiger's next to you. As you do so, Marcilla's sort of walking through. She draws the hood back, and she's just, wow, that's pretty good. She's walking through, and she's looking over and just admiring. You see her smirking and smiling and just at peace, and just looks very happy to be back. And she sits down at the chair as soon as I can not just hold this. There you go. She sits down at the throne, and it is just as I remember it, leaving it so many years ago.
Oh, crap.
Well, I'm glad you're happy to be back, Ursula. But since you are safely back, I think we had a deal.
We did. We do. And she sits down, and she had carried a glass of wine in with her, and she sort of sits on the chair and starts to drink. 500 gold crowns, I think it was.
That's correct.
Yes, the treasury here certainly does have that amount.
Well then, if there's nothing else, we'll be taking our payment, and we'll leave you to your new home.
Oh,
Heinrich is fingering the pistol she bought for him and eyeing Rudiger cautiously.
Madam, I have a question for you.
of
One that's
course.
been nagging. It's all good and dandy that you're back home, as you call it, but what are you gonna do when we leave? I'm pretty sure that a young woman and a large man can't hold a castle in these tainted lands. Are you honestly planning on staying here?
I'm glad you asked, Marguerite, because that was going to bring me to our next bit of conversation before you, leave. And she leans back in her chair and... I must admit, I do not have much to start with here. I mean, this is a beautiful hall, as you've seen. I have a great deal of wealth, but I do not have many that I can trust. Now, I did and will pay you for your services, but I was thinking of something much more permanent. I had already discussed this with Rudiger at length, and he is interested in being a part of my retinue here, continuing to serve and reap the benefits of serving someone with such a prestigious name as von Guthenberg, and I was going to extend the same to each of you.
Rudiger's his own man. If he wants to stay, he can stay. We have a deal. 500 gold crowns, and we'll be off.
You truly wouldn't consider being a part of my guard here, or one of my advisors? I mean, look at your living situation. Surely 500 gold crowns will get all of you quite far, but you seem such capable individuals, I am almost hesitant to let you leave.
I'm sorry. Hesitant to let us leave? You don't have much of a choice. We're going to take our money, and we're going to leave.
I think I could let everyone else leave but you.
Alright, lady. You're making me regret my decision from when I first met you.
It's about time.
Heinrich, very subtly, if possible, has his pistol ready and aimed right in Rudiger's gut. Just to let you know.
Sure. That's perfectly fine.
Lando sees Hans standing behind us, and he doesn't quite like that. So Lando walks to this end of the table. Listen, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your plan is. I know that we did have a deal. I'm tired of people turning back on their deals. I still have a merchant back in Altdorf that I have to go pay a visit to.
Roll willpower, Lando.
You know everyone hates rolling willpower.
I do. It's my favorite way to ruin your day. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Everybody or just Lando?
This is just Lando. No. So Lando, you feel strange as Marcilla is sort of staring you down, and there's something in her eyes that is not quite right. It's nothing like, you know, it's not like a woman's seductive glance or anything like that. It is very malevolent almost, but it's compelling at the same time. It's very strange. Other people can make a perception to see if they would see this happening, but Lando, you feel yourself compelled to walk towards Marcilla to the tune
Heinrich
3
sees
tiles.
this.
Yes.
What am I?
Alright, Heinrich's gonna unload the pistol at Mark. There's no choice here. Bitch gives us no option.
Shooting at Marcilla or at Rudiger?
Marcella.
Alright, I will give it to you. Roll for an attack.
Oh my god.
Outrageous.
Ooh. 12 points.
All of you are probably a bit stunned or shocked as you see a bullet fly through the air and strike Marcilla in the face. Anyone else who, you know, this should kill a normal person. This is right in the head, just clearly across like the cheek, right between the nose and cheek, and you hear the sickening flesh and bone shatter, and you see blood fly forward, and she sort of like, her head goes forward as if you think she might be dead. But then you just sort of hear just a chuckle coming from that far end. And as she lifts her head back up, you see fangs bared.
God damn it.
It's Sylvania.
And she rises from the throne. That gun will serve me well in my ventures going forth. She stands and draws a blade.
As this is happening, Marguerite just goes and sits on the table. She's gonna side with the victor.
Wow.
Tibble standing on her back. Hey, man.
That's dirty.
She's a vile person.
Oh, man.
She takes out her wine and starts to sip it.
Wow.
Ready for her show.
Brutal as fuck. Initiative. He's been waiting for this moment.
You better win, Lando, or I'll have to stab you in the back.
You already have.
Fuck. All right. Oh, go figure Tybalt would go first. Or would he? Fuck, wait a minute, Marcella only got 50? What?
No,
Wait.
it says
No, she
75.
got 75. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. That's not how that works. And Hans got 50. Ooh. Okay. So Marcellus stands, draws the blade. Let me get. Let's have some more fun. She's gonna try to willpower Lando again, so opposed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a fate point.
Go ahead.
Oof.
I have a total of 3.
Mhm. Oh! Yeah, I mean... Yeah, so you feel as though you're about to be taking more steps towards her, and she's eyeing you, sort of beckoning you to come, and now it's very clearly malevolent as her face was once beautiful, is now torn by the bullet.
It was the shot that was fired that startled me and kind of broke me from whatever spell she's putting on me. So Heinrich just saved me.
And she will not be able to do that to you again. Tybalt, I'm assuming, is just gonna wait.
Yep, just standing guard.
Hans.
No, Tybalt actually like looks at Hans and gives him kind of a head nod, like go ahead.
And Hans goes ahead, and he's gonna walk here, but that's his full move, so he's gonna stand there and look at Wolfried like an idiot for this turn. But next turn, things happen. I will assume you do nothing.
No. I take out my pipe and I pass Hans his own cup of wine.
You mean
Well,
Margaret?
not
You mean
Hans.
Tybalt?
Yeah, sorry.
Hans walks by and grabs wine as he goes to smash Wolfried's head now.
And I think you took Heinrich out of the order somehow.
What?
I was a 45.
45? Alright, I'll get you in there. Let me get you back. There you go.
Alright, Heinrich takes out his second pistol and takes careful aim and shoots at Marguerite.
Really? I'm not hurting you.
Absolutely.
For fuck's sake.
I don't much like traitors.
I didn't betray anyone. I didn't rape.
Oh, yes, you did. 11 in the body.
Oh, man.
Well, you just made my decision for me.
Is your wine gonna come spouting out your chest?
In fact, it does. This is the first time Marguerite's been hit extremely hard like this. A bullet rips through your blouse and chest, and you see red liquid that is not wine dripping from your side of your torso.
Sorry to wreck your blouse.
You wounded me. No one wounds me.
And disgusted by her display of sitting down and drinking wine.
Fuck you.
Just absolutely disgusted by the betrayal. He looks at her and can't even stand the sight of her. He raises his bow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Aims it.
Let's do this.
Aims it at her.
This bitch has had it coming.
11.
Oh god! Oh god!
Oh!
Holy
+1.
shit!
+1.
Oh, oh fuck! Ooh, Marguerite, we gonna do some crit table things. Oh god!
You bitch! You know you were asking for this.
Holy fuck!
Now, I remember that Milk did a bunch of stuff because he was supposed to die. I have fortune. Can I?
You can fortune to not die. You want to roll the crit table first to see what would happen?
Sure, might as well.
And roll a D100. I'll let you know what happens or what would happen.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So actually, for this, it would still be horrific because it's at +7 because you were at. He did 13. Yeah, you were at. Oh god. Yeah.
I have a total defense of 3.
3, 13, 10. Yeah, so he would have put you at -7 to the leg. Is that where he hit you? Arm. Ooh. So arm crit hit 7. So you would lose your fucking hand, and that is your left. So you'd lose your gauche.
Well, I'm gonna use a fortune.
Yeah.
I'm still at -7 though.
Yeah, and the next critical hit would kill you. So here's what would happen if you. Here's what's gonna happen for using your fortune. The shot from the bullet, as you're talking, you begin to lose consciousness. And you fade and fall, and instead of ripping your arm off, the arrow does firmly embed itself in your arm, but it is not going to cause you to lose this hand. Should you somehow survive this after deciding to do that. So you are just unconscious. I'm assuming that Tibble
I don't know what you're measuring. You can't run after me. You're unconscious.
So you are unconscious here because you would almost certainly die from everything that just happened. So that's Lando's turn. Fuck.
Glass of wine shattered next to her head. The wine getting into her hair, matting it, spilling all over the place.
Pretty much. Rudiger draws his weapon, and he looks very hesitant despite what he's about to do. He looks at Heinrich.
Heinrich is, aware that he's probably going to turn on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's looking at Heinrich. He's like, I can't. Please. Stop me. My neck. And he's just...
So I'm the only person who went willingly? Well, I didn't go. I just sat down.
If you have dodge blow, you may use it.
I believe I do. Or is that?
Oh, so close.
Go figure Rudiger's just good at hitting his friends.
Oh, good lord.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Of course.
He's gonna put you at 1 after armor and toughness. Holy shit.
Rudiger can't hit shit any other time.
But he'll hit the fuck out of Heinrich when he's
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. Alright. So, that'll drop you to 1 hit point or 1 wound, but you're not in negatives yet. So, new top of the turn order, you hear a rushing of feet come from the doorway, and in come what is left of the gutter blades.
Yes. Get in here, men! Get in here!
It's not your turn yet, so shush, shush, shush.
No. The only person who should shush is the one who is unconscious.
No, it's not.
Oh man.
Better.
Follow the rules, god damn it.
Either way, Marguerite loses. If we win, she's dead. If she wins, she's dead. So, or undead, I should say. You'll be her permanent undead servant. Hope you enjoy that.
They all come sprinting in, and they'll go on your turn, Lando. But for now, Marcilla, she is going to take. Oh, she's going to take a full action to move and haul ass running. So let's do it. Yes, that's right. With unnatural speed and deadly grace, she sprints and covers. And these turns are like 10 seconds long, I think. So in 10 seconds, she covers the span of that. Air is just fast, darting from the throne. Tybalt. Tybalt's mad, I'm thinking.
Yeah, no. Tybalt, well, he's also a coward. Tybalt, in seeing his chance, picks up Marguerite and gets the fuck out of there.
You're gonna have to roll agility on Tybalt. So picking you up's not a problem. You have to roll agility on Tybalt to split the gap here as these gutter blades come running in, so he does not trip.
Okay.
So agility roll on Tybalt.
Okay. Tybalt got good agility, so.
So he scoops you up as you're still bleeding and just barrels through.
Yeah, just so you know, if you guys survive this and find all your shit's been stolen, no, it's me. I'm gonna take all that gold, all that shit, and I'm getting out of here.
When you wake up, Hans. Oh fuck, Wilfried didn't get to go.
Yeah,
I think Wilfried would have attempted to beat the fuck out of Hans. So let's try it then. No. Okay, Hans will attempt to return the favor, but not miss. But it's a wiffle ball bat match between those two for now. Heinrich.
Last shot at the red lady.
Do it.
Okay, I'll use my last fortune.
Ooh, bold.
You sure? Because Rudiger might wreck you.
Heinrich doesn't care at this point.
Bold.
Heinrich already knows he's about to go down, so he's
got that soldier's last stand mentality.
Ooh, in the head.
Ooh. Roll it.
11.
Oh my god. Brutalizing her. Brutalizing my girl. Another shot rings out, and this one strikes across her forehead, and you can almost see a bit of brain exposed from this one. It just splatters blood all over the place, and she's stunned momentarily.
Well, now we can call her Four Eyes.
I'm going to jam my fangs into your neck, and you just keep pissing people off tonight.
Lando yells at the gutter blades that just ran in. You four in the back, go after Tybalt. Stop him. So I send these four.
He's fast though, so good luck, guys.
He's carrying a woman.
Yep.
So I'm sure they're faster.
You're gonna send 4 of them to go back there?
Yep.
Whoa.
Tybalt is pretty strong, so best be well.
So I'll wait. They will do it. I will roll agility for each of them, and if any of them match agility, they will catch up to Tybalt, and we'll see what happens.
This one is going to rush Rudiger.
Okay. And he will, at your your order, though he does not seem to understand completely why and is a bit afraid. He will do it, as Rudiger is a lot less scary than everything else he's been fighting over the last couple days. So let me roll for agility for the ones that left. No. No.
Come on. No whammies. No whammies. Yes.
Okay, this is the bowman that hates her. No.
Yes.
They all suck.
Okay. Gutterblade against Rudy. A bit hesitant, but he will get the +10. He's going to do as you asked. It is what it is. And he had to charge. That's actually +20. Oh, well. Oh, well. And then you, Lando, whatever you're going to do.
Shit.
You're in a strange place right now.
Yeah. So, Lando is going to... he's gonna... Fuck it.
He's gonna fuck it? What's he gonna fuck?
Marcella? About time.
Yep, he's gonna move up here. I guess he's gonna do a basic movement.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna pull his net out and toss it on Marcella.
Ooh, kinky.
Ooh, bondage. Go ahead. Oh fuck! I gotta look and see what the fuck. It's been so long since you fucking used that thing. I don't even remember what it. I know it ties people up, but what's the mechanical part?
Boo.
I'm gonna use another fate point.
Ooh.
And throw that again.
Bold. You got it
How
on
many do you have
a string around the wrist.
I have 3 total, so that's 2. I have 1 left.
The tension. Done did it. Oh, okay. Is she able to dodge those? I think she can try.
She's gonna parry the net.
No, she's not gonna parry the net. That's a ranged attack. You can't dodge ranged attacks.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
But on her turn, she can use either strength or agility to try and get out
so
of it.
you do net her as she's getting ready to move towards what you assume to be Heinrich, since he shot her in the face twice. A net comes flying in and just wraps her up, and she's and just looks over at you, fangs bared, struggling to get out of the net. And she's very much focused on you now. Rudiger, Heinrich, evens or odds?
Even. Or no, odds. I always go odd.
Mm.
All right.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
All right, let's do this. Oh, of course.
Dodge. Try it.
Try.
Oh, God.
Good knowing you, man.
Alright. That's alright.
We'll see.
Heinrich was ready to leave.
Oh my god. Oh, describe your death, Heinrich.
He's taking that last shot, and he just knows his time's up, and he just kind of stands at attention, and Rudiger flails him and squashes his head like a melon. Goes down. Like a good soldier.
And Rudiger does look to have a bit of remorse for doing this, but it is what it is.
He's sorry for being better at killing his companions than anything.
Yes. He has a great sadness about his inabilities in the Crypt Horror fight, but his great ability at fucking ruining his friends when he fights them. And now it is the Gutterblade's turn when that rolls back around. But Heinrich is unfortunately dead. Alright, Marcilla. She'll try to edge out. Wow.
Oh, she's stuck. That's all she can do for that turn.
Mm-hmm. Hans on Wilfried. Wilfried didn't get to go again. Excuse me, while I fuck this up some more. Nope.
Fucking Wilfried. Does Wilfried have any fate points?
He does.
I'm sure he does.
He does. So would you like him to use them for that one?
Yes, he's got to hit something.
Okay.
He's got to pull his weight.
He's got 3, so we can use 1, and he will attempt again. Hey! That's a good idea, huh? Not bad.
Nice.
Holy shit. That's gonna do a little bit of work to Hans. Batters his body. You hear some ribs snap. Hans will attempt to return the favor. No. 6 to 9. Heinrich is unfortunately dead. Lando.
Seeing Marcilla caught up in that snare, Lando takes aim on Hans and fires at him.
Okay, so even roll because he's fighting with Wilfried.
Mm-hmm.
That was bold.
Come on. Seriously? I'm 100 when I aim, and I miss every time at 80.
That's Warhammer.
I'm using my last fate point.
Wow. Okay, go ahead. Could be big. Go ahead and roll. He can't dodge or anything.
Oh, yeah.
16 plus 1 and negate the armor. How do you kill him?
Exactly the way it sounds. I see Wilhelm hit him with the hammer, and it kind of hits him in the chest and causes him to stagger back just a little bit. And I use that as my opportunity when he's backed away from Wilhelm to take a shot at him, and it just goes straight through his skull. And you hear this sickening crack and crunch as it kind of just splatters everywhere. And he stands there for just a second and then just falls straight forward and lands on his face.
Yeah, and he looks at you, and it's the first bit of emotion you've seen, and it's just shock. He's just like trying to blink, but the arrow's cutting off the eyes. Like you see him trying to blink, but his eyes are just dead, rolling around in his head, and he falls forward and just lays there.
All 3 of my fate points paid off.
Yes. And I'm assuming Gutterblade attacks Rudiger fecklessly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Rudy. Plan for the other team has been fucking money. Gutterblade will try to parry. Does not.
Oh
my, he's so good when he's fighting his own guys.
What a
Holy
bastard.
Shit.
What a bastard.
And the men you ordered to flee, or not flee, excuse me, to chase, a couple of them have returned. So we lost him, sir. We figured we'd do better coming back.
Stop, Rudiger. Rudiger is not with us. Stop, Rudiger.
And they look at each other. Okay, and they look very half-hearted. Okay, edge out. Man, that net's been fucking huge.
Oh.
Hans is dead. Wilfried is going to do what you would expect him to do.
Oh no, Wilfried! Charge the vampire!
Oh, that is a good idea, isn't it? That's very Wilfried. And he has just enough to charge the vampire. Sigmarite Priest, nope.
He wants to use 1 fate point.
Does he? Okay.
Oh, he does.
He does. It's down to the 1.
Does the net do anything to her ability?
I think it actually does provide negatives to tests. No, let's see. So the target may attempt to... No, it's just a standard agility test. The only thing that can happen is that they get bonuses if someone tries to help them out, but there's no one to do that. Ooh, here's the thing. So we don't... He actually doesn't have to use a fate point because you get a plus 20% bonus to any attacks made against someone who's entangled.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, I knew there was some kind of bonus to attacking someone in a net.
So I'm gonna give Wilfried back that because he would have hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And oh man, thunk, hits her. Where would that have hit? 45.
In the
body or something? No.
Body's
You wish.
The
Body.
head needs to be smashed apart.
Yeah. Even more so than the fucking 2 or 3 bullets you put into it.
No, 2 bullets. One was for Marguerite.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? Lando.
So Lando just aims and shoots the fish in a barrel.
Pretty much. I mean, unless you roll a fucking 100, you literally cannot miss.
So it's even, but plus 20 because he's in the net.
Yep. Go ahead. Okay. Roll damage.
So 5.
It sort of bounces off her arm, weirdly enough.
Oh my god.
Rudiger. Oh, these other gutter blades.
Some more gutter blades.
Yeah.
We'll have fewer people to pay when this is all over.
Yeah, it's a bold strategy to get all these gutter blades. And he's gonna hit the one he just hit. Oh, yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. Can't miss now.
Oh. It's pretty outrageous. Yeah, I think
I don't want to hit, but I do.
I think it's it's a dead gutter blade.
Poor Rudiger. He's gonna be insane for the rest of his life now.
Smashes this gutter blade in the arm, the body, to smash into pieces. Just coughs up a lung and falls over. Okay.
During my turn, did those gutter blades attack him?
I guess they should. Well, they came in that turn, so they should probably they'll get an attack this turn.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if this person gets to do anything. No.
Oh my god.
That net was fucking huge. That could not have been more vital. Go ahead, Lando. Your turn.
I'm shooting that fish in a barrel again.
Go ahead. Wow.
Die, you monster. Die.
Roll.
11.
Oh, you've got her into critical 1. Go ahead and let's see. We'll roll a D100.
Die, you foul beast.
Let's see what criticals are for that. So that's an arm. Is it a leg shot?
That was a leg shot, yeah.
Leg shot at... Okay, so we're going to reset a 1. Rolling a D100. 28 is not good for her. That's a 4 for the arm. armor damaged. She does not care. She has no armor. Oh, if they're not wearing any more, it's struck numb and cannot be. Oh, it's arms, leg. Never mind. It's 4 armor, so it's 2. Instead, she has no armor. Movement characteristic is reduced to 1 for 1 round and cannot dodge and suffers a -20 penalty on agility-related tests.
Yes.
What are you ordering everybody else to do?
Wilhelm, hit her now, Wilhelm! Hit her now!
He gets a +20. Hits her in the other leg. She cannot dodge. She is ensnared. Man.
She's just sitting there hissing.
Oh my god, he rolled like shit.
Wow. Oh my god.
He hits more the floor than her leg. Just
Stop your squirming, beast.
And these gutter blades will attempt to do the impossible. One of them deserves a name if this actually happens.
They get +10.
Whoa.
Yep, they get +10 also, yeah.
Whoa.
Nice. Oh!
Huge.
Fuck yes!
Huge. I've never been more excited to watch my friend die. Gutter blade, other one. +10, nope. Rudiger. He's just gonna take the one above him. Oh my god, he's a machine! Gutter blade will try to parry. Man, Rudy's been huge for this, hasn't he? 5, 7. Smashes that gutter blade's leg a bit, even though Rudiger's starting to look rough. Okay.
She has a -20 to her agility now.
She does, but she's gonna try to strength out this time.
Gonna try and tear it apart.
Yes, she is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tears it apart and bursts forth and is bearing down on Wilfried, but that is her turn to get out. It is back to you.
He's gonna take his shot at her again. He's gonna aim and fire.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Ooh. 6.
The 12.
12? Oh, that could be bad. Another D100 roll. At -7. That's not bad for her. 7, 8, and where did you hit her?
Arm.
Which arm was it?
Left.
Arm is a dangling mass of bloody meat. Anything held in this hand is dropped. Blood loss is such that a character has a 20% chance of dying each round.
Yes.
Okay, so if she rolls an 80 or worse, it's a D100 for her now. If she rolls an 80 or worse, she dies. And then Wilfried is going to
hit
not get
her.
+20.
God damn it, man. Does he have his last fate point?
He has 2. He didn't use the other one last time.
Oh, that's right. He's gonna use one right now.
Nope.
God damn it.
And then the gutter blades.
Yep. Plus 10 for them.
That guy's been huge.
That guy's getting a name.
That guy might get a name. No, not with rolls like that. Damage is damage. Other one, the one that Rudy has been beating up. Oh, so close.
Oh my god.
And now he's gonna try to swing on that last guy.
You gotta be shitting me.
It's amazing. This is the most he's ever hit. It's disgusting.
I'm shooting arrows on an 80 and I'm missing, and he's hitting every time on 61.
And absolutely destroying people. What a dirtbag. That's a dead gutter blade. He's killed 3 fucking people.
Wow.
Holy shit.
It's more than he's ever done.
Marcilla. It's gonna be Wilfred. Okay. Let's see if she has any fun things that she can do. Oh, she has to roll D100, actually, before she can do anything.
Oh, that's right. See if she bleeds.
Okay, she's not dead. Which is good for this. Okay. That seems good. It's gonna be an opposed willpower test between her and Wilfried. Good luck, buddy. She beats him handily. You see Wilfried get his hammer up, but he stops and his eyes look a bit mesmerized. And he looks over at you, Lando, and you see he's dumbstruck. Go ahead, though.
Get yourself together.
You would act before he does, so it's on you. Ooh, go ahead.
6. Oh, god damn.
No, it just grazes off her arm. Oh, Wilfried, you see, runs at you.
Oh, come on.
It's not enough for a charge, but it's a move and attack. Oh, man.
Now he hits.
Do you have dodge blow?
You know what? I don't think I do. Let me look. I don't. Nope.
So you're just gonna have to take that blow.
Came as a surprise.
Wow. Body 4 is you take 9 wounds.
Holy shit.
Gutter blade merc. He's gonna all out attack. No.
How long does that last?
It's an opposed willpower every turn to make it happen. So if she wants to maintain it, she's gonna have to continue to do that.
Okay.
Bruiser on the gutter blade. Wow.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. He's gonna like watching this. Top of the order. She will try to maintain it again.
She needs to roll to see if she bleeds out first.
She does. Oh,
Oh.
so close. Alright, now it's opposed. Oh, she fails.
Oh, nice.
That's her turn. Wilfried is no longer controlled. Lando, it is your turn.
Since I am no longer in combat with Wilfried, he kind of shakes his head, like, what was I doing? What was I doing? I'm going to go ahead and I'm assuming they're not in combat anymore.
Nope.
Since he charged me, I'm going to aim and fire at her.
Go ahead. Ooh! Could be fitting here. Roll damage.
10.
Describe it.
So Wilfried hits me and kind of like jars me, and as it does, I see him shake his head, realizing what he had done. And with the wind knocked out of me, I have just enough strength. After he separates himself from her, it leaves an opening, and I pull the string back, and at that range, I just launch it, and it just sticks right in her head. And I watch her first just stand there, and then fall to her knees, and she's on her knees, blood coming out the side of her head, and she's staring straight ahead, and then she falls off to her side.
She looks almost hurt. Not in the sense of being actually hurt, but just sad in the eyes, and falls over. You hear the brief whisper of bested by a net. No. That was ridiculous. That net was clutch. Okay. So it's Wilfried now. I'm assuming Wilfried is trying to go stop the raging beast that is Rudiger.
Yes, absolutely.
So he can only get there. No, he can do 10. He has to. The target has to be in 10. So he can move into the square here, but he cannot attack after. But that would give the Gutter Blade a plus 20 total to hit, I think. No, plus 10.
Plus 10, yep.
Yeah, because his other friend died. No.
Jesus Christ, you fucking gutter blades.
Okay.
Is,
I rolled Bowman. He still would have missed.
Is Rudiger still under her control if she's dead?
He is a vampiric thrall. So he's
No master.
Yeah, he's just masterless at this point.
Alright.
He's gone too far anyhow.
Yeah.
Well, he did smash my head in, so I...
There's Rudiger at his best.
There he goes.
He's lost his
That
thrall.
makes sense. Yeah, he's lost his mistress, so he's like,
Lando.
So Lando takes aim and with a heavy heart fires at Rudiger. A little bit of sadness in his throat.
Roll damage.
13.
I won't make the crit rolls. He drops, falls to the ground, arrow in his chest, and thanks. And he rolls over.
Before he drops to the ground, we lock eyes, and I say, "I'm sorry, friend."
Whew. Wow.
Oh my god, that fucking net.
Net was outrageous. What a good investment that was. Alright. So the battle is done.
now you just have to track down Tybalt and kill them.
Yeah, we're already in the carriage and out of there. You guys have been fighting for a while.
Actually, a round is 10 seconds, so we haven't been fighting that long.
the bowmen come back, and they have just disappointed looks on their faces.
It's okay. I'm an expert tracker. We'll find her.
But the thing is, though, is that Tibble is a master of silent move, so better watch out.
So,
He knows how to- And concealment, too. So
I can't believe you're still talking trash.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the verge of death, and
This is but an opportunity in disguise. I'm gonna go to Nuln like I planned, like I suggested before you fell head over heels with a vampire, and set up my criminal empire, and then track you down and murder you.
well, it's a good thing that I had the entire party's gold in this sack right here in my coat.
Oh, come on. That's BS.
I absolutely, I 100% absolutely did. Carry at all times.
You can't carry that much gold.
There wasn't really that much gold. We had like
oh, fuck.
Well, I still have the skills to make it when I.
Oh,
carry.
anyway, so you guys are
just
sort of
don't have the face to attract many followers.
fuck. So
I'm
as
sorry, the stomach. You don't have the stomach for it.
Literally. Alright, sorry. Go ahead, Ghost.
you're fine. So you guys are sort of perusing through. It's fairly heavy-hearted. I mean, Wolfried's saying a lot of prayers, and he even walks up to you at one point and says, "You'll have to forgive me for striking you. I fell under the spell of the Temptress. I must pray harder, I think." And he said, "I'm sorry that I struck you."
It's okay. You were under the command of that witch. We're fine now, though.
So, as people are going around, Gutterblade's sort of rifling through, Marcilla's pockets, as is tradition post-victory. "Sir, I found some keys here. I don't know what they might be for, but
I'm gonna
there's
guess they're for a
keys."
locked door. Or a chest. Or something that has a lock on it.
Like that one.
That's why you're the boss.
And you notice behind the thrones there is... It's very difficult to see from here, but if you're near it, you do see there is a keyhole that is there. I mean, there are quite a few keys on this, but after trying several of them, the room behind the throne opens up, and there are way more than 500 gold crowns behind that door.
Yes. Marguerite made the wrong choice, and that thrills me to no end.
And we're talking like chests with gold overflowing. There are priceless looking artifacts in here, golden goblets.
You're gonna spend all of it on putting a price on Marguerite's head, right? Right?
Half of it. There is no place in the Empire that she can go where she'll be safe.
And like other Gutterblades crowd around and are looking through in there and hungry eyes and
I lean over to the gutter blades. Go ahead, boys. Fill your pockets.
"Hey, oh, yes, Orlando and the Gutterblades!" And his half-ass cheer run over there, and they start filling pockets and finding weapons and things. It's one of the bowmen just sort of throws down his bow and starts almost swimming in the crowns.
Ah, what a beautiful sight. But Marguerite will pay for her treachery. This empire will be turned over Her and her man-thing Tybalt will die.
Her man boy. Call him a man boy.
And thus Lando would pursue whatever he wished. Apparently, the downfall of Marguerite, but with this much money, you would never need to do another contract in your life. Ever. Not a single one of you the five surviving members of the Gutter Blades.
Oh man. Damn it, and none of the actual crew survived.
Yeah.
Wilhelm came on afterwards, and these are 3 no-names. These fucking bowmen who didn't do shit at all.
That makes perfect sense. They're the ones that get the treasure. Guys that did nothing. It's Warhammer.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all. I want to thank Rudiger and Heinrich, everyone who made this possible today.
Oh man. Yeah, Heinrich. It was a shame Heinrich went out because this was Heinrich's fucking session. Holy shit, the damage. Almost killed the Necromancer outright, and then nearly did the same.
Yeah.
Oh yes, demolished. This is ridiculous. Wow.
Yeah.
Heinrich shall receive a king's funeral. He will be remembered. We shall have a statue erected of him in the courtyard of this castle.
So I will give a brief open epilogue for how everyone left off, and I will allow the players to do the same, those who survived. So for the Gutter Blades stick with Lando for the most part unless he sends them away, in which case they retire peacefully. They no longer participate in wars or fights as they had not wished to really from the beginning, but it appears that their commitment to the cause netted them the coin they needed to simply live out the rest of their days unhindered until the end times took the world of Warhammer away. Wilfried took his share and left the group, went back to become a war priest, Sigmar, warrior priest, one of the higher ranking members of the order, and served faithfully until he fell fighting in the north against the forces of chaos in the end times. Some say he fought Archaon man to man for a short time before he was slain, but to have the opportunity to face the bastion of evil that Archaon was, many people believe that Wilfried died with a smile on his face fighting for the Empire. Lando, what does Lando do? Describe, say what you would do after this.
Lando keeps his crew of Gutter Blades with him. These 3, of course, they're all named now. They're given the best weapons and the best training over a period of time to make them crack archers and a superior warrior. Lando himself continues with his training, and with the funding, he does do what he said he was going to do and turns this castle essentially into a shrine for his fallen comrades, especially Heinrich and even Rudiger. Rudiger, at no fault of his own, was placed in a position to where he fought his friends. Even though he fought his friends, he fought hard, and there's still respect for him in the Gutter Blades, if not just some sadness and mourning. All the deceased Gutter Blades were given heroes' funerals and honors, but especially Heinrich and Rudiger. A contract was put out for Marguerite and Tybalt and sent to every corner of the Empire and beyond, offering a king's ransom for anyone who could locate and either bring her back dead or alive, preferably alive, so that Lando could look her in the eye before she dies. But otherwise, Lando finds a small patch of land in a pastoral countryside where he builds a farm and lives his time there, basically training and on occasion going on missions with his fellow gutter blades when it strikes his fancy, because he can do whatever the fuck he wants now because he's rich.
And what does Marguerite do?
She should roll to see if she lives.
No, no. Marguerite, wakes up in the carriage that brought Marcilla and is confused, but she's disappointed at failing to find her father, and she decides that the Empire just isn't the place for her kind. So she and Tybalt sneak their way back into Bretonia, where they take the Aquitanian business world by storm because they're so much more cutthroat than everyone else. She becomes extremely powerful and wealthy until, at the height, she died choking on some oysters.
What a petty way to go out. It's perfect for her.
Yep. She became rich, powerful, but she died by oysters.
At which point, Tybalt inherited her empire unwittingly, as it sort of fell into his lap. He picked up the pieces and was essentially the ward over her fortunes for a time, until a bounty hunter wielding a curved scimitar and a deadly pistol showed up and claimed a bounty on Tybalt's head. Lando found himself confronted by the legendary Brunner, the bounty hunter, who supplied him with a head that resembled Tybalt's, though much older.
I think that my fortune would have went to my family, but okay.
He would have warded it for you. He would have been like a overseer for them, essentially. Make sure that they didn't appropriate it the wrong way.
Tybalt stole your treasure from your family.
Make sure it's spent in a smart way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It did eventually go to your family, but it wasn't quite as hefty as it had been.
And upon receipt of Tybalt's head, I go ahead and I put it in a box and lock it up and set it off to the side. And then I just have knickknacks sitting on it as if it's nothing.
I can't believe they treat Rudiger, who killed a bunch of Gutterblades, like a hero. But Tybalt, who's done nothing against you, you should treat him like shit.
Though the whole world would be taken by the end times, the Gutterblades did enjoy a great deal of their fortunes after this quest had been completed. Lived mostly happy lives and satisfactory lives, which is something that most citizens in Warhammer do not get the opportunity to do. So our tale comes to a close.
Alright.
Woohoo!
Done.
Good game.